I'm sure you have already begun to prepare things for Christmas, like the Christmas tree, lights, decorations, dinner parties, and costumes. Christmas is just a few days away, and like every year, the enthusiasm is on the top. As soon as the temperature will drop down to 60 degrees, the celebrations will hit the sky. While we're gearing up to enjoy the holidays, how can we forget to watch some amazing Christmas movies with our family and friends? In today's video, we have prepared a list of new and old Christmas movies that you can watch on Christmas Eve. Welcome to BingeTv. Here are the top 10 Christmas movies to watch this holiday season. 10th place, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, 1987. Steve Martin is a high-strung marketing executive, and John Candy plays a good-hearted but obnoxious salesman. Despite their differences, they embark on a 3-day odyssey of misfortunes to return Neil to Chicago in time for Thanksgiving Day supper with his family. Neil has terrible luck hailing a cab at rush hour after a late-running business meeting with an uncertain client. As he bribes a man to allow him to have a cab he's hailed, a third man unwittingly takes it. Neil arrives at LaGuardia Airport just as his flight is about to depart. While waiting, he encounters Del Griffith, a chatty man who sells shower curtain rings, and recognizes him as the man who stole the cab. 9th place, Love Hard. Natalie Bauer is a dating columnist located in Los Angeles who chronicles her terrible dates with people she meets through a dating app. Natalie matches with a man called Josh Lynn and builds a close connection with him through several long phone talks after deciding to broaden the app's search radius. She plans to surprise him for Christmas in his hometown of Lake Placid, New York, promising her boss that this will be the end of her dating disasters. She quickly realizes, however, that she has been catfished by Josh, who has used another man's photographs. Natalie is furious, but she discovers that the man whose photographs Josh used, Tag Abbott, lives in the same area. 8th place, The Princess Switch 3, Romancing the Star. Princess Stacey Wyndham of Belgravia and Queen Margaret Delacourt of Montenegro are planning an international Christmas extravaganza in Montenegro with the Star of Peace, a sacred relic lent by the Vatican, as the centerpiece. Thieves come into the palace and steal the star shortly after it arrives. Stacey and Margaret decide to seek Lady Fiona. Fiona agrees to assist in exchange for Margaret putting in a good word for her when her case is heard by a disciplinary board after the holidays. Hunter Cunard, a billionaire obsessed with stealing rare works of art for his collection, is immediately deduced as the culprit behind the star's abduction by Peter. 7th place, Love Actually, 2003. The story begins 5 weeks before Christmas and is told in a weekly countdown to the holiday, with an epilogue 1 month later. Billy Mack records a Christmas version of the Troggs song Love Is All Around, titled Christmas Is All Around, with his longtime manager Joe. Despite his dissatisfaction with the record, Mack promotes it in the hopes that it will become the Christmas #1 single, which it does. He skips Sir Elton John's victory celebration to spend Christmas with Joe and gets drunk. Juliet answers the door on Christmas Eve to discover Mark carrying a boombox playing a Christmas carol and enormous cue cards. While Peter is inside watching television, Mark uses the cue cards to convey a message of love to Juliet. 6th place, Scrooged, 1988. IBC television president Frank Cross is pushing his company to broadcast an extravagant live production of A Christmas Carol on Christmas Eve, making the staff work throughout the holiday. Frank fires executive Elliot for disagreeing with him and sends cheap IBC monogrammed towels to most of the people on his Christmas list. The night before the show, Frank is visited by the ghost of his mentor Lou Hayward, an unloved miser who died from a heart attack. Lou warns him 3 more ghosts will appear to him over the next day to help Frank avoid the same fate. Before it vanishes, the ghost dials up Claire Phillips, Frank's lost love from years ago. 5th place, Miracle on 34th Street, 1947. The story is set in New York City between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it focuses on the impact of a department store Santa Claus who claims to be the genuine Santa. Kris Kringle is enraged to discover the man assigned to represent Santa. Doris Walker, the event director, persuades Kris to take his position. He performs so well that he gets hired to play Santa in Macy's flagship shop on 34th Street in New York City. Ignoring toy department director Julian's instructions to offer overstocked items to indecisive buyers, Kris takes one woman to another store who wants to make her son's Christmas wish come true. Initially perplexed but delighted by Kris's honesty and helpfulness, she informs Julian that she would become a regular customer at Macy's. 4th place, The Polar Express, 2004. The film tells the story of a young boy who doubts the existence of Santa Claus, sees a mysterious train bound for the North Pole stop outside his window, and is invited aboard by its conductor. The boy joins several other children as they embark on a journey. The children are given hot chocolate by a team of waiters. The conductor and the girl give Billy the cup of hot chocolate, but the hero boy notices that the girl's ticket hasn't yet been punched. When he tries to take it to the girl, the wind blows it out of his hand. After flying around and being stumbled on by several animals, the ticket slips its way back into the train. 3rd place, Daddy's Home 2. Brad Whitaker and Dusty Mayron co-dad Dusty's 2 children, Megan and Dylan, take turns at each father's house. Dusty has remarried Karen and is a stepfather to her daughter Adriana. The men decide to have a joint Christmas rather than separate ones after Megan embarrassingly admits during a school recital that she does not like Christmas anymore due to the dual arrangement. She'd prefer one together Christmas. Dusty's tough fighter astronaut father Kurt and Brad's overbearing and cheerful dad Don unexpectedly arrive for Christmas. Megan and Dylan warmly embrace Don as he is very present in their lives, while Kurt hasn't seen them since they were toddlers. 2nd place, Christmas with the Cranks. Luther and Nora Crank of Riverside, Illinois, experience empty nest syndrome after their daughter Blair departs for a Peace Corps posting in Peru on the Sunday following Thanksgiving. Luther calculates that he and Nora spent $6,132 on holiday decorations, gifts, and entertainment the previous year, and instead of celebrating Christmas without their daughter, he suggests they invest the money to treat themselves to a 10-day Caribbean cruise. Luther insists on a complete boycott of the holidays, and Nora eventually agrees. The Cranks are astounded to learn that they have become social outcasts as a result of their decision to forego the holidays. Before we get to the top spot on our list, here's a look at some honorable mentions.
I've always loved Christmas, but as a mom, it's a lot of work.
Sweetie, we don't drink the tree water because we're people, right?
Mr. Claus, welcome to the North Pole. Secret Service, stand down. Oh, guys.
What's happening?
Christmas in New York. It's gonna be great.
How you doing? I'm Brian McDonald, Harper Stewart.
The Turbo Man actually figured out the arms and legs that move. Whoever doesn't can be a real loser.
1st place, The Grinch. In the town of Whoville, the human-like people called Whos are filled with excitement about celebrating Christmas. However, the only one who is not amused is the cantankerous and green-furred Grinch, who has a heart 2 sizes too small. He lives in his cave with his dog Max and only goes into Whoville to buy groceries and play pranks on the citizens. Meanwhile, 6-year-old Cindy Lou Who notices that her mother Donna is overworked trying to take care of herself and her twin infant brothers, Buster and Bean. Cindy initially decides to send a letter to Santa Claus to help her mother, but after an encounter with the Grinch, who sarcastically tells her that if the matter is so urgent, she'll have to talk to Santa face to face about it, she decides to go to the North Pole to talk to Santa himself. So what are your thoughts on these Christmas movies? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.